Everybody, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we got snow. It's getting colder out here. A lot of it's been already gone away, but anyway. And with snow and winter comes, well, next product I got for you. We're going to discuss. Talk to you in a minute. Everybody, welcome back to the channel. And before we get started, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. It really helped me out a whole lot. Share with your friends and your enemies. Give me a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. I answer all the comments. I really appreciate them too. Listen, it's wintertime, and this next item, product, this next piece of kit I'm introducing you to, which you already know all about, I'm sure, is gaiter. Okay? Gaiters. And this pair happens to be a brand new pair that I ordered and got from Helikon-Tex. Now, I like Helikon-Tex, as you see by the smock. This thing is holding up pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. I've been wearing it now for several weeks now, or since I gotten it. And the only negative thing about it is a little loop at the very back that you can hang up. It came off. It's not a big deal, but that's the only thing. I guess it's sort of made to come off because the way it's sewn. But I could easily replace it with some 550 cord, just sew it in there, but I'm not that bothered by it. Anyway, but the other ones that I've had things attached to inside the pockets, they're holding up great. Anyway, let's get back with the gaiter. So what's up with the gaiter? So you know what? I grew up in the South United States. We never wore them. We should have, though. We should have wore them. Should have been wearing a long time. It took me coming to Europe to really get a much better impression of the gaiter and why we use them, okay? Because they're not just for the winter time in the mountains. These things are great also in the summer, or I say spring and fall time, when you're hiking around and there's a lot of dew on the ground or it's raining outside. Instead of wearing a pair of rain pants, I'll wear a pair of gaiters, which go up to just below the knee, and then have a smock on, which comes mid quadricep, mid thigh, and that pretty much keeps me good. Anyway, I like gaiters. So this right here is a pretty well thought out pair. I mean, it's made with Cordura, as you can see right here from the sticker. And what I do like about it also, it has some stretchy material in the back. It's quite stretchy, although it could be a bit more stretchy for me because I have a problem with gaiters, and that is I have a very well developed set of calf muscles. They are 49 centimeters each, and about the same size as my biceps and my triceps. Okay, this is from genetics and many years of not working them out, just living and hiking and all this kind of stuff. I have quite developed quadriceps also, and so my lower body is quite developed when it comes to muscles. Okay, the problem I have is that these things right here, they're just too tight. And I'm gonna show that in a minute. But anyway, let's talk about their construction. Man, these things are made pretty well, pretty solid. What I do like about them at the very top, they have a really quick, easy hook opening here, right here, which is on an elastic band. What I like about that is that they're not gonna be too restrictive around below your knee or above your calf muscle. And you can hook them in pretty easily. And that's pretty simple. And then you can tighten them up if you need to tighten them up. It has you can do this tightening thing right here, okay? I like that. That's really nice. That's really well thought out, you know. I like this design better than a lot of them I've seen, which is maybe a drawstring, or you just tie a knot or a bow or whatever, or nothing at all. But this right here is actually a pretty good idea, okay? I need to see where I can find getting myself some of these right here. Anyway, the stitching is very well done. It's very neat, very nice. I mean, I wish I could sew as well as this right here. Once you pop it open, here you have a Velcro strip, which is quite size. It's about 2 inches, I would say, in width. Masculine, feminine, Velcro, and then you have the inside of them, okay? They have a light mesh here on this side here. This is the stretchy material that we have here, okay? And that's the upper part. The lower part, you have a little bit reinforced Cordura, a light Cordura on the inside with the heavier Cordura on the outside, and you have the leg straps, or I would say the heel straps here at the bottom. You go around your foot. This is a really good, well-made rubberized material. Doesn't stretch whatsoever, but what's really nice about it is it's looped in right here, and on the back side, it's attached to a big Velcro strip on a 1.5 inch feminine, and you can pull this off to regulate the length, make it shorter, or, you know, once you set them up for yourself, they're good. You don't have to reset them anymore. So that's the inside, okay? Both sides it has this, so you can easily do it. Let's close them back up here. I'm not too keen on all this Velcro. I like the idea of a zipper, but that also adds weight. And of course it adds price, but I do like the idea of having a zipper on the front of these right here, maybe with even a Velcro on the outside of it, sort of keeping that flap to protect it, you know, because you don't, just like here's the front of it, so you're going to be going through snow or whatever, or when rain, or through grass or whatever heavy dew, and that's going to get wet pretty quickly, but it's all reinforced. And then has this little hook right here, hooks into your laces, and that's how it holds it in position, okay? Nice, very nice. I like them. I've got several pairs of gaiters. This is the newest pair I have, and the problem I have with all of them is the same. Now, one actually fits really great because it's really designed for high mountain stuff, and there's a bootie that goes even over your boot, and it keeps everything out, okay? It just has slots in the bottom for your crampons, okay? But it goes well up to the knee, and it's reinforced, very well made also. The other set I have actually is a great pair of gaiters, just a poor design, and that's the British Army mountaineering gaiters from, I don't know, from the 80s and 90s, whatever. They could still be used. I love the colors, a nice green, forest green, has a zipper on the front, but when it comes to the very back of them, okay, or the zipper's at, I think on the front or the back, I can't remember, it's sewn, and so you have to put them on before you put your boot on, and then you slide them back down over your boot and hook them in. That is a pain in the ass, I'll be honest with you. But anyway, let me show you what these things are like on my legs. So follow along. Do you care about the environment? Do you wear glasses? Do you sweat sometimes? Do you have a nose? If you have all these things, then you need to have one of these. One of Helvetia Bushcraft's handkerchiefs. Handmade right here in Switzerland by yours truly at helvetiabushcraft.ch. Share with your friends and enemies. So here we are. As you see, I got the right one on. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm surprisingly happy that I got it on. You know, when I did it at home, it was quite tight, and it's still a little bit tight here. It has a stretchy material on the back, but I'm happy because these jeans are much thicker than the pants that I normally wear when I go camping and hiking and stuff. But I did a little bit of adjustment on the piece right here. I pulled it up. It was very simple. I opened it up and it Velcroed, and there you go. One thing about these gaiters is, like I said, they're also going to protect you from, keep you warmer. You know, keep the snow and the wet weather out of your shoes, and keep grit and this kind of stuff out of your shoes. This kind of stuff. So it's really a nice thing to have. And like I said, when you are out and about and it starts raining, something like that, you throw your gaiters on if you don't already have them on, and they're going to keep the splash up from happening so much, and you're going to be pretty much protected, except for this little area right here, which is no big deal because you sweat a lot in this area right here also. And if that gets a little bit wet, it's going to dry out. But definitely get yourself a pair of gaiters if you don't have a pair. They're not just for the high mountains or the snow. They're for all year round. They'll even keep some of the ticks and bugs off of you. Okay, you can spray them with some product that kind of like that. They'll keep the weather out, like I said, and they'll protect you, keep your feet a little bit warmer. Now, I've been out here standing in this weather with a pair of medium weight socks, wool socks on, and these uninsulated, double vamped Russell moccasin boots, all leather, and I feel a little bit cool, a little bit cold on the feet. If I was walking, I wouldn't feel that way because I've been just static, you know. But it's not too bad. I'd say this is about how I feel. Now I could easily throw on some thicker socks. That's pretty much how I feel when I'm out camping, which I will be doing this next weekend if everything works out. But anyway, there you go. As you can see, I have quite large calf muscle, and so that interferes a bit. But they do work. I have now officially decided I'm going to keep them. I was going to try to sell them or trade them, and I think I'm going to keep them and give them a good test out and see what I think about them even more. I also thought about modifying them by taking that stretch panel out and putting a larger piece in here. I don't have this coat material. I have an olive, a little bit thicker also, stretchy material, but this right here actually does okay. It doesn't feel uncomfortable. It just feels, it feels like a little bit of it doesn't even feel a squeeze. I don't feel like I'm being obstructed or anything. It just sort of, I guess it's sort of odd having that little bit of tightness around the calf, you know, but they fit, they're fine. So there you go. Helikon-Tex gaiters, okay? They come in a lot of colors. They have a white color, this coyote, a black, and pincut. I think they have woodland, actually. But not just them. OR has a really nice set. I thought about getting a pair of the OR ones, Outdoor Research gaiters, because that's the ones that you've seen mostly. I've used those before in black. Trade them off to a friend for something else. I didn't like the black. I try to avoid black as much as possible, but these are fine. These are fine. They feel comfortable. Just got to do some more testing. That's the big thing now, is test them out with the weather this winter, and then we'll see. But definitely get yourself some gaiters. Now they have gaiters that come up that, like I said, envelop the entire boot. They have short gaiters like for runners or just low stuff if you're like wearing running shoes or trail shoes. They have a lot of people. They have people have gaiters for those right there also, which is not a bad idea. I do like lightweight trail shoes sometimes for hiking, but yeah, there you go. Could tighten this up a little bit more. On the other side, it can tighten up a whole lot more because it comes all the way up to here. You know, this Velcro does. It's a really good design, good concept, very simple. I haven't seen anything about them in style-wise or design-wise. It's an area, like I said, they could be a little bit larger here. I don't mind them, you know, being a little bit larger. Wouldn't mind it here being a little bit larger, but down here it's fine. It'll definitely fit over any boot, you know. This is not coming out, even though it's a little bit long, a little bit, you know, you could get a pair of Danners, man, they have the lace comes down here. You could definitely hook those into them. I want to try them out with some other hiking boots, my Hexes, my Hex Scout 2.0s, and see how those work out with them. But yeah, interesting. Now it's time to test. Anyway, thanks a lot for coming to the video. I really appreciate it. And thanks for visiting the channel. Please continue visiting the channel, and like I said, you know, share with your friends and enemies, and subscribe, all that kindness, all that good stuff. Almost to 1,000 subscribers now. I feel so humble by you guys who follow me, and I ask you to please continue following me and supporting the channel. Listen, you guys take care of yourselves. Have a good one. I hope you all had a really nice Thanksgiving. I worked. I don't live in the United States. I live in Switzerland, so it's not the same thing. Here we call it rendition in the region. So, which I've partaken in that alone because I live alone several times. That's another different meal, though. It's not the same as what we normally have in the States. But anyway, take care of yourselves. Hope you all have a pleasant weekend, and I'll be talking to you very soon. Bye-bye.